Hey, good morning everybody. Good morning kindergartners and first graders. Good morning second, third, fourth, and fifth graders that are watching. It's good to have everybody here today. Boys and girls, before we exercise, I want to take just a few seconds and remind everybody to get out and vote. On June the 9th, vote for the referendum for Christina School District. There are a lot of important things on the line. Not only a lot of teachers' jobs on the line, which would greatly affect class sizes, but also our music and the arts programs and also our sports programs. Can you imagine Christina School District not having any sports? That's what they're talking about may happen. Not having music programs at the elementary level. That's what they're talking about may happen. So check on to christinak12.org. Go on the school district's website. Check it out. Check out where you can vote on June the 9th, okay? Because not all schools are polling places. And anybody 18 or over can vote. So we're encouraging all college-age kids, maybe even some recently graduated high school kids. But get out and vote. And let your voice be heard. Don't just sit at home and let somebody else decide what you think is best. So encourage everybody to vote. Go on the website, check out where the polling places are. If you're not comfortable coming out to vote, you can also do a mail-in vote. You have little time to get that organized, but there still is time. So again, June the 9th, that's the day where you need to get out, let your voice be heard, and do what you think is best. Many important things are literally on the line, and our school year could look a lot different next year than really it ever has before. So wanted to mention that before we get exercising. But boys and girls, let's get into it. Let's start with jumping jacks. Okay, I want you to put your feet together, put your hands at your sides. And remember, when our feet come apart, our hands come above our head. And when our feet come back together, our hands come back together at our sides. We're gonna do 25 of these. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. All right, everybody, hop on 2 feet. Ready, go. And side to side, just like a skier does, going down the mountain. And forward, and backward, and forward, and backwards, and side to side, and stop. All right, 1 foot now. Keep your balance, keep that other leg up in the air, okay? Go. Good. If you have to, stick your arms out, stick your other leg out. Touch your belly button, that also helps. And stop. Switch feet. And go. All right. Got some blue sky coming out here today after some storms overnight. And stop. All right, tippy toes. Nice and tall now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, little circles. Little circles. Make sure you're going backwards. See how I'm going backwards, not frontwards. Backwards. That's it. Little circles. Good. Medium circles. Medium circles. And big circles. Let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, there went our tree truck. Crisscrosses. Boys and girls, if you've been watching these videos throughout the last market period, you know that tree truck seems to go by every time I'm doing a video. Doesn't matter what time of the morning I'm out here. There it was again, strikes again. All right, what are we doing? We're loosening up our pecs, our pectoral muscles, and our deltoids, our shoulder muscles here. Okay, and some twists. Loosening up our core, our abs, our obliques. In our lower back, we have muscles called erectors. Okay, in our lower back area, which we call our thoracic region. So you have several parts to your vertebrae in your spine. You have 33 vertebrae. You have cervical vertebrae in your neck. You have thoracic from the top kind of to the middle portion of your back. You have your lumbar in your lower back, your very lower back, and you have your sacrum way down at the bottom there, which we call the tailbone area. All right, everybody feel a little looser now after all those stretches. We call those dynamic stretches. So anytime we're moving, we call that a dynamic stretch. Okay, this is stretching my pecs, but I could statically stretch those pecs by holding this position and just leaning back a little bit. I'll feel a stretch right here. Or I can dynamically stretch them by doing this. So there's a couple different ways, dynamically or statically, that you can stretch your muscles. All right, leapfrogs, everybody's favorite. Get those feet about as wide as your shoulders. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I think my screen is just adjusting to the sunlight here, but it looks like it's gonna go off on me, which I don't want. All right, everybody run in place, go. That's it. Get those knees up. Up, 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 up. Go backwards. And frontwards. And side to side. And side to side. And frontwards. And backwards. Look over those shoulders. Don't hit anything in your house. And frontwards. And stop. Now, boys and girls, we're going to find our pulse. Can you touch the corner of your chin and go straight down your neck to right about the middle of your neck? You have a little muscle groove here. Touch one of the sides there, and you feel that pulse. You can feel your heartbeat. Now, your heart is all the way down here, of course, but you can feel your heart beating. You tilt your chin up a little bit. Right there. I can feel my heart. Now we're going to run in place again, and as soon as you get done, I want you to find your pulse, and you're going to feel that heart going pretty quickly. All right, ready, go. Run in place. Pick those knees up. Pump those arms. and backwards. Look over those shoulders. And frontwards. And backwards. And frontwards. And side to side. And side to side. And side to side. And side to side. Frontwards. Backwards. Frontwards. And backwards. And frontwards. Left. Right. My right. Frontwards. And backwards. And stop. Now find that pulse. Find that pulse. Find the corner of your chin. Go straight down. Tilt your chin up a little bit. You'll feel that pulse right there. Boys and girls, that's your heart beating. If you wanted to find out how hard you're exercising, a decent way of doing that is just by taking your pulse and counting after exercise. So I have my stopwatch on here. I like to count for 15 seconds. And so I'm going to count right here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. All right, I got 23 times in 15 seconds. Now, if you're younger and you're in kindergarten, first grade, and you're watching, I know this is probably a little complicated, but 23 times in 15 seconds. Now, there's 60 seconds in a minute. There's 60 seconds in a minute. So I would have to take the number that I get and multiply it times 4. Because 15 seconds times 4 would get me 60 seconds. And there's 60 seconds in a minute. So if I took my number 23, and parents, you're gonna have to help me here. I know it's a little complicated for a lot of the little guys. But if I took 23 and I multiplied it by 4, how many beats in a minute, because that's how we measure heart rate, beats per minute. How many beats per minute would I come up with? 23 times 4. I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about that. What would 25 times 4 be? And then we'd have to do 8 less than that. That's an easy way to figure it out. So if you answered 92, you're right. Mr. Palka's heart rate was 92 beats per minute. Now, boys and girls, if you're young and you have a hard time with that math, a good workout, I would say, is anything over 30 times in 15 seconds. Anything over 30 times in 15 seconds. If you want a really good workout, anything over 40 beats in 15 seconds is a really good workout. 40 beats would be 160 beats in a minute, and if your heart rate's higher than 160, then you're working pretty hard. Okay, now kids' heart rates can get above 200, adults' heart rates have a harder time getting above 200. But if you're above 160, you're moving pretty well. Okay, so that's a good way to measure that. So again, you find one of the corners of your chin, it doesn't matter. You go straight down and right in here in the center of your neck, but not this center, right on the side of this muscle groove here. I have a muscle groove here, so do you. Right on the side, you'll feel that heart rate, that pulse, we call it. Okay? And that's an indicator of how many times a second your heart is beating, which is not foolproof, but it's a decent way to tell how hard you're exercising. Okay? If you take your arm and you touch your thumb, okay, just like I'm touching, and go straight down your hand right onto your wrist on the same side as your thumb, I also can feel my pulse right here. Okay, so everybody touch your thumb.